In this video, we're going to see how to change the position of options in a product variant grid. Here we have two examples of a product variant grid. The top one has got colour on the left and then size along the top, and then the bottom one is the same products, but this time the size is down the left and the colour is along the top. Brightpearl automatically assigns the position the first time you create a product group, and this video shows you how to change that if you want to. What we're going to use for this tutorial is a product called T-shirt, and I've got sizes on the left, small, medium and large, and colours along the top, blue and red. I want to switch these around so that colours are along the left and size are along the top. The first thing you need to do is export these products so that you've got a record of which product ID and which SKU matches which size and which colour. So view the items in a list and then export to Excel. And here's the Excel file where we actually have a load more columns than we need. So what we're going to do is reduce this file to simply the product ID and then the relevant options, because those are what we're going to re-import. And here's all the data we need to match up the right options with the right product ID. Save this file for later. The next thing you need to do is go back to the variant edit screen in Brightpearl and break apart this grid. We're going to remove the options and re-add them in the right sequence. You can see that as soon as you remove any option, all the variants lose their position in the grid, and that's why we stored it first in the Excel file. We've now got a product group with an empty grid. We need to reassign these options in the right order. And that order is as follows. The first option you add goes in the row, the second in the column, the third in the row set on the left hand side, and the fourth option you add goes in as a column set along the top. So if I want colour on the left as the row, I simply select colour here. Just add that and we'll come back and add the size next. Choose the relevant colours, blue and red, where we can see that colour has been added as the first option. Next, scroll down to the bottom and choose the extra options that you want, and let's go with size. Don't forget you have to add these one at a time so that your choice of sequence is remembered. The three sizes we have are small, medium and large. So now we've got an empty grid where we need to reassign the products into the right positions. We can either do this using the select menus at the bottom of the screen, or what's much easier is re-import a spreadsheet, so that's what we'll do. I've created a data map to match the spreadsheet we just made using product ID, colour and size. So let's tick to import values, untick skip items, tick to make sure we update products rather than create products, choose our file and then import. Once the file's been imported successfully, you'll see that the green message shows that you've got 6 products updated. Let's do a product search for this item, where we can see that all 6 of the variations have now been assigned a size and a colour. Let's drop into the variant edit screen, where we can see the grid has now been populated and the options have been repositioned, size along the top and colour along the left. So it's a fairly straightforward process. The first thing to do is export the product group to Excel, and then prepare your Excel file, which means reducing it to just the product ID and the relevant option columns. Remove all options from the product grid using the variant edit screen, and then re-add the options and the option values in the required sequence. And finally, import your file to reassign the product variants into the right position in the grid. And here's a reminder of the sequence you need to add your product options in. Which takes us to the end of the video where we see how to change the position of options within the grid.